everyone, this is the Iwasaki1 here, and this is going to be my first Let's Play of a classic game that I pretty much grew up with. It's by Namco, and hey, there's Pac Man here. But what is the game? Alright game, tell us what the title is here.
Pac Man Go!
Yes, Pac Man 2, The New Adventures. Oh my, how this is a classic to me. Well, if you ever wondered what Pac Man would be like as a point-and-click adventure game, this is it here for you. Now, why do I say that? Well, as you play games from like Day of the Tentacles, Secret of Monkey Island, Shadow of the Comet, well, they're all adventure games here, right? Well, in this one here, Pac Man here is an adventure game for the consoles. And pretty much, if you're wondering what the story is, well, the story is about these ghosts here, Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde. Like usual, they're always causing trouble. But, actually they're looking for someone else. This question mark character here. But yes, they're looking for him, for her, something like that. I forget it here. And we also get someone else important. Who is it? Well, it is Super Pac Man! He's looking super there, isn't he? He kind of reminds me of a Superman, pretty much. That's the idea. But anyways, so Pac Man 2, The New Adventures. Well, this game came out for the Sega Genesis and also for the Super Nintendo. Now, for me, I am playing this on the Sega Genesis, and I'll be explaining controls of what each thing here does. But as I could pretty much just skip this whole tutorial level, I could if I wanted to, but for the sake of commentary, I say no, so we're gonna go ahead and pretty much just do this here. So once we get going here, Pac Man, alright, let's follow him to his world. Because we're in our world playing on this game here. You know, kind of breaking the fourth wall here, so. Alright, so this is going to be the interface of our game here. Now, if you look at the bottom of the screen there are three different little things there that you can tell. On the very right is the name of the location. On the very left is your power pellets. I mean, how can Pac-Man be, you know, super without his power pellets? And then down there in the middle is the slingshot, aka the mouse of this game. Now, why do I say that? Because, well, when you use the B button on the Sega Genesis, pretty much you hold down the slingshot and then you let it go, and whatever thing you're pointing at, either be Pac-Man or any other stuff for the environment, yeah, you pretty much have Pac-Man interact with it. But that's not only is that limited to just, you know, things, you actually can shoot Pac-Man himself, or you can shoot other people for him to get into trouble, which will come into play later on as this Let's Play goes. So, what's so special about this game? Well, as you can tell, it's very different than your average Pac-Man. While Pac-Man started out to be as an arcade back in the good old 1980s or so, well, as time went on, there would be different mediums of this game. Some of them would be in the 3D ones and some not. And oh yeah, just before I forget that, what did it say here? Yeah, so, the little Pac-Man and Ghost thing there that you just saw just a few seconds ago. So, when Pac-Man's knocked out, usually you can hit with the slingshot there. And as he's telling us that, depending on what mood he is, he'll actually tell you, what does it not tell you, but more of pay attention to you. And, surprisingly enough, that's the whole challenge with this whole game here. What do I mean by that? Is, well, sometimes you want Pac-Man to actually look in the direction that you need him to look, but no, sometimes he does not, and sometimes he does, but you will see as this Let's Play goes. And here we go, our first encounter with the ghost, and you shot the slingshot with the A button. That's how you release the power pellets for this. Now, the look button, as you've been seeing there, that is done with the C button holding either up, down, left, or right. And pretty much, this has Pac-Man looking in different directions as you need him to. So let's say there was an item on the ground. Now, it may not be directly in front of him, but if he catches eyesight of it, he can actually do whatever he needs to. Like if it was a rock on the ground, he can walk around and such. So that's pretty much the idea for that one. And our first mission is this: we need to go get milk. Yeah, you didn't think you'd be going grocery shopping in a video game, did you? Now, if you want to make this mission really short, all you gotta do is just go right from the Pac Man house, and you'll be going to the farm where it has some milk. But for me, I am actually showing off what the village way looks like. And how do I know that? It's because of the little indicator on the right. Again, it's pretty much saying, hey, this is our location for now. Alright. So, controlling the pointer, the clicker, whatever you want to call it here, it feels kind of awkward at some times because you are using a D-pad, not a mouse, to actually control this here. So, it kind of feels weird. And a comparison to this is, think of the Sam & Max games, Season 1 and 2 for the newer, like 360, PS3, and the PC there. Yeah, those games, if you play those there, oh wait, more of the consoles, no, I exclude the PC there. But yeah, if you played it, yeah, it's not as fluent as, as the PCs if you play them there. And now we got our first part of a cartridge. Now, how does that make sense? I am not entirely too sure of how that makes sense, but it is a part of a cartridge, even though one of my other fellow commentators on Gamers Commons, when we were doing this here, he asked if that looked like a bug, and I can't blame him for saying that, because kind of from a distance, it does look like a bug, but in reality, it is not. So, I'll give a pick or two for that. So, what else can I really say about this game here? Well, again, I'm just putting the control, look stuff into action here. Like how I have Pac Man to keep walking, I have him look to the right with the C in right directional pad there. And pretty much that's how he saw the apple. Now this little puzzle that you're seeing here with the apple, this is going to be something similar to how you're going to get the milk. But there is a catch too when you're getting the milk. Well, maybe not a catch, but you'll see as we're going to be going along here. So, other than that, as we know, Pac Man games usually arcade, or, yeah, more of the arcade kind of style. But as later on, Pac Man here will actually go into different games such as Pac Man World 1, World, I think that's what it is. Sorry there, I'm trying to think as I do commentary over here. But yes. Before I keep going here, this is what I mean by look down here and this skateboard. I cannot tell you how many times I quote unquote die in this here. Yeah, you can die in here. It's kind of like one of those early adventure games that you have to redo the area or something, but just watch here. Ow. yes, you see there, pretty much it's just hard to shoot there. That's what I mean by the whole try to move that mouse pointer or whatever you want to call it there. Yeah, it just seems very weird to try to make it work. So, other than that, I said no, Pac Man. Yeah, right there as you see down there on the subtitles. Don't think about it, Pac Man. We're not doing this. Yeah, I really hate the skateboard in here, even though it makes you go faster in this area. Yeah, unless you can shoot them off it, yeah. Take a pick for you. But like I was saying earlier though, Pac Man games here, later on they're actually sought to be more of kind of a adventurous kind of game, but not in this, more of a 3D platformer adventure, kind of like Banjo-Kazooie, Mario 64, Super Mario 64, stuff like that there. So that gives you an idea of what they're going through for this. And now we are at our first ghost here. Now, one time when I was looking up a guide for this here just to see what some people said, there's these items that we have to get, ID cards. Now, you may be asking, why in the heck does Pac Man need to get ID cards? Well, it goes like this here. You're going to be needing them for the in-game stuff here. And what I'm showing is that you can get two early, but one you can't get until later on. Now, so the first two here you can get, that's going to be here in this village. The other one I think it's going to be, let me see what I'm remembering here. What was it? It escapes me right now, but you can get a second one. Oh yeah, never mind. Actually, you can get a second one when we're going into the mountains. Yes, there is a car there, and this is where some people actually got stuck for a while, like I did when I was playing this game here. And right here, this is our item guide. On the left, there's a power pellet, the cartridge, the ID cards, the 2 tickets for the train and the lift, and then we got items chapter, or some people like to call it item quest. And this is the overall map here. Yeah, so you're going to 4 different areas here. Even though in game it seems you're going through a lot more, but in reality you're going through 4 different areas. It's just in those areas is where you're going to. So pretty much that's the idea here for it. Now if you let that cat go ahead and steal that, what is it, that hot dog? Yeah, pretty much Pac Man will go chasing after him, and yeah, this wouldn't end up being good. But other than that though, we're just still gonna keep going on here. Now, well, up to the milk here. Now, the thing with the milk here, just like if you keep shooting glass or whatever, it will break if you shoot it about, I think, 3 or 4 times or something like that. But in order to get it, you remember how Pac Man yelled at the crow to get the apple? Well, you have to shoot the crow here, and the crow will knock down the item down, just like how we just see here now. But other than that, yeah, that's how you do it there. But again, if you break the glass, it's not like, oh, game over kind of thing. All you gotta do is just go back to the right, then come back here to the left, and pretty much that's really it. The glass will come back, and you just gotta shoot the crow again. Now, in this game here, you can quote-unquote die, like I said earlier, but there are some devs that are really painful, and there are some really stupid ones in here. You saw one that was painful, but I know later on you will see that's kind of stupid here. How so? Well, you'll just see as we keep going on here. Oh yeah, and if you're going to the right here, like from the house to the farm, yeah, you need to shoot that haystack so that way the farmer won't see you. Because if you, what is it here? If you just go past him, yeah, he's just gonna go ahead and just yell right at you. So that's the idea. Now that we're back home, let's just actually see what happens. Yeah, that baby was really hungry, alright? But yeah, so this is the Ghost Queen, I think is her name is. And right behind her is the final area we're going to be going to in this whole entire game. So it's foreshadowing! Something like that anyways. And also, if you're wondering how you get back to any point of the game that you were at before, in that items guide, you might notice there's a password. Write down that password and use it to get those items. But where you're at now, yeah, there's going to be a password when you finish the chapter. But other than that, this is the Osaki 1 here with Pac Man 2 The New Adventures. Comment, rate, subscribe, and see you later, folks.